With his piercing blue eyes and electric presence jumping off the screen in films like The Way We Were, Robert Redford seemed larger than life.
The public will receive you as they will. There's nothing much I can do about that. But work is something I can do something about, so I tend to focus on that.
Robert Redford was the man in movies, the guy people were most excited to see in the movies.
He just had hit after hit after hit. He knew how to command a silver screen, and audiences could really not get enough of him.
I'm better when I move.
His film career spanned decades, from his breakout role in the 1969 Western Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid opposite Paul Newman.
Just one clear shot, that's all I want.
Come on.
We got to. Nope. Get away from me.
Why?
I want to fight him.
One of his most famous roles, All the President's Men.
You can trust me, you know that.
Redford transforming into Washington Post investigative journalist Bob Woodward, covering the Watergate scandal that brought down the Nixon presidency.
If you're going to do it right. Here are my notes.
Redford often played a romantic lead.
We have to talk about how incredibly good-looking Robert Redford was. I think that absolutely made him stand out.
He worked with many of Hollywood's leading ladies, from Barbra Streisand in The Way We Were.
You look at all. You don't have an iron anymore.
What?
Your hair.
Oh, no, I don't.
It's pretty.
To Jane Fonda, their chemistry lighting up the screen in films like Barefoot in the Park.
How long will you be staying with us, Mr. Bretter?
6 days.
And nights?
Fonda, who remained friends with Redford for decades, released a statement that said in part, "It hit me hard this morning when I read that Bob was gone. I can't stop crying. He meant a lot to me and was a beautiful person in every way." Icons from across Hollywood also paying tribute.
Laughed loud and long.
Meryl Streep, who starred with him in the Oscar-winning epic Out of Africa.
Ha ha, quoth he. Full plain I see.
Saying about his death, "One of the lions has passed. Rest in peace, my lovely friend." Demi Moore is sharing a scene from Indecent Proposal on Instagram, writing, "What I would do for just one more dance."
I remember he was teaching me about a particular scene and about using my eyes in a particular way.
Derek Luke acted alongside Redford in Lions for Lambs. Redford was also the director.
Doc, these events are going to define our lives, just the same way Vietnam did for yours.
He was really gentle, and he didn't really say a lot. It's like he believed in the actor, like let the actor act.
I think it is a very private matter.
He first started directing movies in 1980 with the heart-wrenching family drama Ordinary People.
So much of Redford's career was making movies in which things look on the outside like they're okay, but inside something is terribly wrong.
So I was crying. Because I don't know if I love you anymore.
The film went on to win 4 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director for Redford.
They say, you know, if anybody had told you a year ago that you would have been ... well, I just didn't think I was going to see this. But I'm no less grateful.
He acted in more than 50 films and directed 10, choosing projects and topics with cultural significance.
Robert Redford didn't just create art that made you feel good. He also created art that made you think and talk.
Redford preferred his life on his quiet Utah ranch to life in Hollywood. His love for the outdoors captured in so many of his films, directing A River Runs Through It in 1992 with Brad Pitt.
And that has the same kind of love of nature, control, and deep emotion that we see in Ordinary People.
But perhaps equally as important was his off-screen role as founder of the Sundance Institute, a nod to his role in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And later came the Sundance Film Festival in Park City, Utah, which supported independent films made outside of the Hollywood system.
Our job and our role is to create a space and a platform to bring new voices and new ways of seeing the world using independent film to this place. That's it.
The Sundance Institute releasing a statement today about its founder. Bob's vision of a space and a platform for independent voices launched a movement that, over 4 decades later, has inspired generations of artists and redefined cinema in the U.S. and around the world.
A lot of directors, filmmakers, writers, and actors in some cases were discovered at Sundance. You look at a director like Ryan Coogler, for example, who brought a project to Sundance as a young relative unknown, and it was at Sundance that he was truly discovered and ultimately eventually goes on to direct Marvel's Black Panther.
He would say he didn't like being called an activist, but he stood up for environmental causes, against political corruption, and he was a champion of tolerance.
I noticed that he often used the word nature when he would talk about the kind of things that mattered to him, preserving nature in the way that it ought to be preserved, and he was certainly an advocate for that early on.
Despite having many on-screen loves, he was married twice. First to Lola Van Wagenen in 1958, with whom he had 4 children. They divorced in 1985. Then in 2009, he married Sybil Zaggers, a German artist. His final starring role was in The Old Man and the Gun, followed by a cameo as Alexander Pierce in Marvel's Avengers: Endgame.
Robert Redford was proud to be a working actor. He didn't insist on being a star.
Robert Redford died in his sleep at his home in Utah at the age of 89. Speaking in 2010 about how he would like to be remembered, he said his work.
That's what has enabled me to do things that were more on the civic side or political side or on the entrepreneurial side. But I would probably most want to be remembered for the point of it all, which was my work as an artist.